Welcome to the Compuware License Management System Administration for ZOS module. Here you will learn how to enable your licensed Compuware products running on the mainframe. We will begin by looking at the components of the LMS involved in the enablement process. First, we must have an installer. Then, of course, we have the mainframe where multiple LPARs are typically used. The two most prominent files are the license file, the dataset containing imported license certificate information for all licensed releases of Compuware products, and the certificate file, which contains one or more license certificates for Compuware products, pending import into a license file. There is a server, accessed through program LMZ main, and there is one client for each LPAR, accessed through program LMS init. For the general flow, the installer and server communicate with each other, asking for information and sending responses. During an import, the installer tells the server to process an import request. The server invokes the program to do the import. The certificates are read in and verified, then written to the license file. During an activate, the installer tells the server to process an activate request. The server invokes the program to do the activate. As each client reconnects with the server, it is passed the licenses that are valid for its LPAR. For this demonstration, we are going to be looking at the process as if the installer is a first-time user. The ISPF interface main menu screen displays when you log into the LMS server. Initially, the configuration and license file fields are blank, but are filled in as processing continues. The number of days until the password expires and the date of the previous logon also display on the screen. These are supplied as informational only. If your security system is CA Top Secret, these two fields will show NA, indicating that this information is not available. The options we will be looking at are 1. Configure, 2. Define, 3. Import, 4. LPAR, and 5. Product. We will begin by choosing option 1, Configure, then pressing Enter. When LMS is first started, a configuration named Default Configuration is generated automatically. This configuration is marked as active. An active configuration has the following characteristics. LMS clients connected to this LMS server are automatically added to the currently active configuration. LMS clients already represented in the active configuration have their LPAR definition values automatically updated whenever the LMS client detects that LPAR changes have occurred. Finally, LMS clients automatically receive the license file information associated with the active configuration. The status of each configuration is shown to the right of the configuration name. Active means the configuration has been transmitted to client LPARs. Current means it has been selected by the user. No status means the configuration is neither active nor current. Any of the listed functions may be performed only on a configuration just added, selected, or selected and cloned. A word of caution: the only function you can perform on an active configuration is cloning. Here we type an S to the left of the default configuration name, press Enter, and the configuration becomes the current configuration. Under the Current Environment heading, notice that the configuration name is now filled in. To demonstrate what the default configuration contains, we will return to the main menu by pressing F3. To see what the default configuration contains, we choose option 4, LPAR Maintenance, then press Enter. This display shows LPARs that have connected to the server. This information is contained in the default configuration. At this point, we press F3 to return to the main menu, then again choose option 1 for configuration, and again press Enter. We will create a new configuration by cloning the default configuration, which creates an exact duplicate. We type the C line command to the left of the default configuration name and overtype the name with the name of the new configuration, then press Enter. The new configuration has all of the characteristics of the cloned configuration, including license files, LPARs, and associations between products and options and the LPARs. This will become the current configuration. Now we need to create a license file and define it to this configuration, so we press F3 to return to the main menu. Since a new configuration should have its own license file, we choose option 2 to begin the definition and press Enter. If a license file had been previously defined to this configuration, it would appear under the Data Set Name heading. To define a new license file to this configuration, we type the N line command on the blank line under the Data Set Name field, add the fully qualified name of the dataset, without quotes in the Data Set Name field, then press Enter. In the Current Environment section, the license file name has been added. We return to the main menu by pressing F3. Importing a license file is the process of converting a license certificate, as provided by Compuware, into records on a license file. To do this, we choose option 3 on the main menu, then press Enter. The next panel shows the starting point. To import a license certificate, we follow these steps. First, the certificate fully qualified dataset name, without quotes, is entered. This is the file containing a license certificate. Next, enter the fully qualified dataset name, again without quotes, of a file to hold the import report. Note that either may be a PDS and member name, and existing reports are overwritten if the report file exists. Pressing Enter initiates the import processing. After a few seconds, the report file disposition screen, shown here, will display. Next, we choose option V to display the import report, then press Enter. An example is shown here. look for the No Errors or Warnings message. If there are any errors, contact Compuware WLM support. Pressing F3 returns to the Report File Disposition screen. Report deletion, when desired, is easily accomplished via the D line command. At this point, we press F3 to return to the main menu. Our next topic will be Product Maintenance, Option 5. Note that the configuration and license files must be present to proceed. Press Enter. On the next panel, you may only delete products, not individual options, select products or options, or disconnect LPARs from products or options. Here we use the Expand All line command, then press Enter to view the additional information. The Associations line command allows the product or option you have chosen to be associated with one or more LPARs. We press Enter. Next, the Select line command, shown here, followed by Enter, associates the product with the corresponding LPARs. Pressing F3 completes the association process and returns to the Product Option Maintenance panel. To display the product, options, and LPARs, again we use the Expand All line command and press Enter. You can see that the base associations, that is the base product, has the 4 LPARs associated to it. To associate one of the options to its LPARs, we type in A next to the File Aid Batch option and press Enter. The list of LPARs is displayed. The File Aid Batch option is going to run on 2 LPARs, CW06 and CW4G. Type in S on the line containing the LPAR you want to associate, then press Enter. Pressing F3 completes the associations and returns to the Product Option Maintenance screen. To view the recent associations, again we begin with Expand All, press Enter, and we see that File Aid Batch is now associated with LPARs CW06 and CW4G. Adding to this, we will associate the next 2 File Aid options. We use the A line command, then press Enter. On the next panel, 2 LPARs are selected. Pressing Enter, the Associations panel shows those just added. Pressing F3 completes the associations and returns to the Product Option Maintenance screen. To confirm the associations, use the Expand All line command and press Enter. You can see the associations for the File Aid MVS product and 3 of its options. If the product and options are going to be licensed for the same LPARs, use the AP line command, which may only be used next to a product. Press Enter. Any LPARs selected will be associated to both the Expediter TSO and IMS product and options. Here we use the Select All option, then press Enter to display the associations. Pressing F3 completes the associations and returns to the Product Option Maintenance screen. To display the next lower level of information for options associated with a product, use the E line command, then press Enter. That display is shown here. This process can be repeated until the display is at the lowest level. Here we type in E next to the base associations and again press Enter. On the ensuing display, notice that to the left of the base associations heading, the plus prefix has changed to a minus, indicating that there are no more levels to be expanded. After multiple expansions, the C line command, followed by pressing Enter, may be used to collapse a part of the display, and the CA line command, again followed by pressing Enter, may be used to collapse all of the display. After returning to the main menu, we choose option 1, then press Enter to return to the Configuration Maintenance screen. To activate a configuration, it must first be selected and made current. Since the configuration we want to activate is already current, it is ready to activate, so we use the A line command and press Enter. Activation stops and restarts communications with client LPARs to update license information. A normal delay of up to 30 seconds may occur. In this example client address space, the base expediter TSO and IMS and two of its options were sent to LPAR CW01. In this example, both FileAid MVS and Expediter and their options were sent to LPAR CW40. This concludes this module. Thank you.